Hello, I'm Inchman Allen. Yes, there is a fan going in the background. If there is some disturbance, I can't tell yet. We will find out. But today I am completing semi-completing my Snowball's army. I'm completing it for my display board. I'll put it there. It's not a finished army. It is display board ready now, to a degree. I still have one more house to paint up, but that's another. I'm doing that tonight. Today I give you the chapter master of the Snow Wolves, Volk Grimfang, the White Maw. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into this, and before we do, I will say this though. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. And go check out my Emperor's Heresy series on the channel. Just click on my little profile and go to playlist. You'll find it very easily. There's I think there's a little over 30-ish, maybe 40 videos on there. Check the last one. It is my 250th subscriber special, so it is a banger of a video. Hope you guys enjoy. Now let's get in. Starting this kitbash, I thought long and hard, and then I remembered I had an older model of Tor Garadon I kitbashed a long while ago that I wasn't exactly happy with, and it turns out a lot of people weren't happy with it at all. So I thought, what the hell, may as well tear it apart and give it a new look. Now, my goal originally was to try and make a more heavy intercessor aggressor situation, more of an aggressor with a cape. But then I thought, no, that's too boring, I guess is the best way to put it. It was a very boring idea. So I looked at my bits box and grabbed some Wolfen bits, and then thought, why not make an actual hero out of this? So using bits from the Wolfguard Terminators, again, Tor Garadon, and some Runic Intercessors, or just some Grey Hunters, or whatever you want to call them, and started building it out, along with, of course, a few heavy intercessor bits I had left lying around, as I've built a fair few of them already. This kitbash mainly contains basically new head. The base, if you look in the corner, you'll see there is a very particular Chaos corpse. I took that from Rabute Gilliman's, well, I cloned it from Rabute Gilliman's base because it looked really nice and it worked fairly well for this context. But the main idea for this base is literally swap his massive power fist for a power axe. But then I thought, well, let's add some lore to this. So I grabbed a frost axe from a Wolfen frost axe. Now I've got an idea for a story here. Volk Grimfang walks with a Wolfen frost axe for a reason. He is one of the very few space wolves that see the Wolfen as not hideous abominations of the Imperium. Instead, he sees them more as brothers that have taken on a burden they did not ask for, having to sacrifice their humanity more so for the Imperium itself. So he holds the Wolfen quite in high regard. It's not the monsters most people see them as, but as brothers that took a burden that wasn't granted or wasn't given. But he holds them very highly because no space wolf asks to be a Wolfen. No one. So Volk does not discriminate between them. He sees all his battle brothers as brothers, Wolfen or not, elder, young, or a new blood. So with that, I think that's a good start. He wields a Wolfen frost axe because a battle brother, a Wolfen, he fought long and hard beside, fell in battle. To honour him, he carries his frost axe into battle, to slay more foes, to kill more heretics and chaos lot of this conversion work is literally just basically arm swap and gun swap this model, as well as give him the belt buckle with the belt attached to it, and then a few trinkets here and there. For one necklace, I replaced his grav gun, I believe it's gravity, is it a gravity weapon? Sword carries on his shoulder, I'm not too sure, but I swapped that out for a bolter and placed the magazine on the side of it as say a side fed bolter. A new iteration. Now I was originally going to take this massive fur pelt and put it on the back of him. Didn't work out the way I wanted it, so I took the fur, like the wolf paw, and stuck that in there just to add in some more fur to this model, as I like the idea of this character carrying furs from previous battles. But most of this kitbash, again, it is fairly rudimentary, very simple. It is basically stick as much wolf, space wolf, and space wolf and wolfen bits to this model as I can. Starting with the frost axe on one arm. It wasn't exactly how I wanted it, so I had to do some cutting and maneuvering to make it fit the way I wanted it. Didn't turn out perfect. I'm really not happy about it, but can't do much about that. Taking it, I worked my way around and just get it in a semi-position where on the base it is embedded into this chaos mode. I was going to use the frost claws, I think they are. I believe they're frost claws originally, but then I decided against it and played with knife. Then attaching the gravity weapons base, I cut off the end of it. I do cut off that cylinder part and just shorten it further back just to mount the bolter to it. But a lot of this work is just comparison and checking to make sure everything fits the way I want it. Originally I was going to make this a belt-fed bolter. Didn't really work out the way I wanted it to be, so I went for a magazine-fed instead because it was easier to do it and it just managed to stick it on the side. Which worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Because as you can see here, I was originally just going to stick it on as is, but then realised, oh, that magazine's in the way. But I like the magazine, because it's a drum mag. So I severed the drum mag and stuck it to the side of it, right by Volk's head. But then I thought, realistically, all he has to do is reach up, pull the mag out, toss it, or put it on his belt, grab a new one, and it literally is just click. It's not too difficult to reload. And since it's drum magazine, he doesn't have to reload a lot. I mean, if he's in heated battle, probably, but Volk is much like a wolf. He's a leader, so he's not on the front of the lines. He's 2 to 3 lines back. The veterans go first, then the standard, then the middle-aged Marines, and then the young bloods at the back. Along with any support, apothecaries, medical, and more vital units. And I feel that's a very appropriate way to wage war in this sort of 40k, especially when you're trying to go against, especially since I'm trying to hold the Space Wolves ideology towards this to my Snow Wolves, so it worked out well enough for me for this little idea. I grabbed some Terminator hip armor, like little extra armor bits, and stuck them on because they actually work really well with the heavy intercessor. Or Gravis armor, depending on who's talking. But it works really well, and then I used this little belt charm just to highlight some more of their belt. I absolutely should have put some green stuff along the belt to extend it a bit. But I didn't, because I didn't feel like doing green stuff on a model that I was actually quite happy with and don't mind the gap. But if down the line, I will absolutely, eventually put some green stuff in there and just sculpt it in when I feel comfortable sculpting. Now, grabbing a fresh arm, pretty much. Another intercessor or Gravis armor one. I attach it. Oh, and the backpack. people will notice that there are two wolf skulls. I grabbed those from the wolfing kit. I can't remember exactly which one, but there is one that has this wolf skulls, and it reminds me heavily of Ulrich's, and so I like the look of that, and it's a very thematic little detail that works so well. Now, you will see me try and make this connection. It doesn't work. I completely ruined these two heads. I feel stupid for doing it, but I wanted a helmetless head. And in the end, I didn't like what I was trying to do. I couldn't make it work, because cutting on the heads is really tricky. And I couldn't make it work the way I wanted it. So I grabbed a head that was close enough to what I wanted. I did try using this, like, poof of hair. I don't know what it is from. I think it's from a Stormguard. Yeah, Stormguard. Or no, not Stormguard. Stormcast. That's it, not Stormguard. Stormcast. Eternal Captain or something like that. But eventually I sucked that for this head, which has a very smug, angry grin, which I like a lot. And it portrays this character really well, I feel. It works well, feels powerful, and feels righteous, like you fight my pack and you're going to, well, pass away. Or die. Yeah, I'm just gonna say die. But then I thought, he's a space wolf. I need to have some extra details, extra lore to him. So I thought, he's not too fond of the Death Watch or the Black Templars for their way of thinking, as everyone's expendable. But other than that, I'm very happy with this model, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
Game Killer Imperial Blue. Citadel Base Dryad Bark. Army Painter Dark 2. Army Painter Matte Black. Citadel Base Lead Belcher. Army Painter Matte Black. Game Color Glorious Gold. Army Painter Tan flesh. Army painter, matte black. Model color, white glaze. Army painter, barbarian flesh. Army painter, barbarian flesh. Model color, white glaze. Army painter, ash green. Game color, imperial blue. Army painter, matte black. Model color, white glaze. Citadel base, black burgundy. Game color, glorious blue. Citadel base, lead belcher. Citadel contrast, flooding to red. Citadel contrast, frost hard. Army painter, matte black.
Game color, glorious gold.
Army painter, ash green. Army painter, soft tone wash.
Game color, fluorescent blue. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and today I'm going to add a little extra, because if you realize, this is not the end of the video. There's another 11-ish up to 12-ish minutes left. That's because I'm going to show you all the shots of my armies on parade this year at my local Warhammer. Now, I will mention I did not win anything. Bit sad of that. But understandable. My ball was terrible. It was like realistically a week's worth of work, if that. And it was very much so a rush job on it. So it's not great. But there were definitely better entries, and there are understandable entries and understandable winners. Now, the winners, if I remember correctly, were the Skaven, Thousand Sons, and then the Custodes. Yes. So, let's watch this little montage for about 11 minutes of all the miniature armies that were on display, including my own. I'll have that at the end though, which is not exactly great, but it is what it is. And then I'll show you the final reveal shots. Then that will be it for me. Alright, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and my little extra bonus for the armies on parade, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. And if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. Normally, I don't have these armies on parade thing, but it's once a year, so you might get this here and there. Alright, I'm done. Have a good day. See you guys. Bye.